for the greater glory of God. I don't think that for any of us it has passed us by that one major, I would say huge problem that we suffer with as a society is narcissism. I mean, call it a pandemic if you'd like to, because in the end there are so many who are encouraged and kind of continue to perpetuate this horrible idea that our lives are always and only about ourselves. That in some sense, even people, you notice sometimes a lot of our mistrust of others, which is such a sad reality, stems from the fact that we're always asking the question, well, what's in it for them? Why are they being nice to me? Where's that coming from? I think it's because of this, friends, that Pope Francis, inspired by God, clearly chose to make this year we're in dedicated to St. Joseph. This could not come at a better time, especially when we have as a remedy for this virus of narcissism the great reminder that St. Joseph, who was always humble and courageous in following God's will, was a reminder to us that our life's purpose and that our greatest satisfaction does not come from serving ourselves, but from others. And not just doing so in terms of sheer duty, but from a place of love where we pour our hearts out only to find them grown even bigger and stronger for whatever God calls us ahead. The Society of Jesus, or the Jesuits, as we know the order, the same order that Pope Francis himself belongs to, have a motto, a mission statement, if you will. Ad Majorem Dei Gloriem, for the greater glory of God. Notice the words are very interesting. They don't just associate themselves or their mission with glorifying God, but for the greater glory of God. Trying to choose and discern that which most glorifies God in our lives, in our vocations, in our decisions. And friends, St. Joseph was that. On his feast day that we celebrate today, we're reminded in one of the options for the Gospels, that early story of how he discerned what he was going to do when he found out that his wife, his fiancée, the one to whom he was going to give his life, had become pregnant. Now we know, as we're told, that his initial plan, being a quote-unquote good man, was that he would divorce her quietly. This was because, friends, an unfortunate reality in society at that time, which in some sense is still here, that women were often looked at with suspicion and judged very harshly. And so he didn't want her to succumb to any sort of public ridicule, or even worse, being stoned to death, because usually being impregnated by God himself, being, having a vision with an angel is not the usual sort of explanation one would give as to why they're with child. But he loved her. Nevertheless, the extent of his love we would only see after the same angel appeared to him in a dream, telling him, look, what's going on here is so much bigger than what you're giving it credit, than just your assumptions. God is doing something amazing, and you are called to step into this place as provider, as protector. And we know that throughout Joseph's life, one of the only characters throughout all of Scripture, and even in the Gospels, where he has 0 lines, 0 words coming out of his mouth that were given, and yet his actions speak louder than any words ever could, because he steps up to the plate, because he reminds us of the heroic love that we're called to as men and women, his sons and daughters, that when we step into those places, into those gap places, if you will, of being the bridge between what could be and what God will do, then our lives are capable of amazing things in making God's dreams reality, bringing them to fruition. Joseph did that. He did that constantly and consistently, friends. And thus a reminder for us that we're not called to serve ourselves, but we're called to discern and figure out what is the greater glory of God that could happen in my life, not just to get by or to survive. Sometimes I think as Catholics, we see our lives as kind of like citizens of both whatever country we live in, end of the church. And as long as we pay our taxes and generally, meet our obligations and we're getting by, and that's fine and good. Noble things, making sure we go to confession once a year and go to Sunday Mass on holy days of obligation and so on and so forth, all that's fine. But what we're truly called to is often so much more than we recognize, especially when we're just getting by and not looking for the greater glory of God in our lives, which is to shine brilliantly with His love and living in His truth. God bless you, friends, and we'll see you next week.